We are live, man. Welcome to my Chicago Bears post game review. I'm gonna do this weekly. After the Bears game, give my thoughts on the Bears, win, lose, or draw. But today, the Bears play the Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals is not bad like they record show of 0-2. In my opinion, they play the defense. They have a really strong defense. Now, at quarterback, they have Sam Bradford. He played pretty well in the first quarter. He threw two touchdowns. I have to say that the Bears defense to me had two blown calls on that touchdown because the guys was wide open. So I think that was more of a communication issue, but the Cardinals did capitalize on it. Sam Bradford had two touchdown passes in the first quarter. The Bears defense was able to regroup, and they didn't give up any more points after that. The Bears to me, they have at least a top five defense, if not top one and two defense in the NFL. Now they have some things to shore up, as far as blowing. You can't blow calls like that and give up those touchdowns, the easy touchdowns, and not make the offense work. But overall, the Bears defense played very well. I believe they had three or four sacks. They had two interceptions, one, two. Eddie Jackson had one, but Khalil Mack, they got him for jumping off sides, or Eddie Jackson would have had a pick six. But the secondary for the Bears stepped up. The first couple of games, the Bears secondary was to me shaky at best. They did not make any plays. Now the last game, Prince Akamura, he did get an interception for a touchdown. So they did make a play in the secondary. But today was the best game the secondary played for the Chicago Bears, hands down. Khalil Mack was Khalil Mack. Hicks made some plays. The rookie Roquan Smith made some plays, and Kellingham, the nickel corner, made some plays. Prince Akamura, he went out of the game and didn't come back, but the guy that came in for him played very well. I believe he got an interception, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he got an interception on that drive that the Cardinals was trying to tie up the game. He got an interception off the rookie Josh Rosen. They did end up bringing in Josh Rosen for Sam Bradford. I don't know why they did that. Sam Bradford wasn't hurt. He didn't particularly play a bad game, but I can see that he wasn't moving a football, through the air like he was. Well, like he did in the first quarter when they got those two quick touchdowns. But in my opinion, you got to stay with the veteran in that situation. Sam Bradford, he did do a comparable job, and to put the rookie in on that drive right there, I understand you trying to develop him, you trying to put him in a advantageous position, in a pressurized position, and see how he plays. He did play very well. He made some really good first down throws. He just had that curl route where he threw the ball late. Him playing in college, that play right there would have been open in college, but in the NFL, they're a whole lot faster, a whole lot quicker players, and the anticipation in the NFL is a whole lot quicker. He would have to get that ball out of there faster than that. More like throw the ball before the receiver come out his break. That's what you got to do in the NFL. You have to have the quarterback has to learn how to throw anticipation passes. But now to Miss Trubisky, and yeah, I thought the Bears ran the football very well with Jordan Howard. It was some 3rd-and-1s, and the Bears, they ran the football. They did do one of those, option plays to the running back. Mr. Trubisky kept it, and he flicked it to Allen Robinson for one of the first downs. But for the most part, I would like to see the Bears on them 3rd-and-1s, 3rd-and-2s, get a ball to Jordan Howard. The man is 230-something pounds, man. The offensive line get a push, get that big 230-pound shoulder square, and just get in there and get that first down, man. You can't get a first down on 3rd-and-1, man. I don't know what to tell you as an offensive line and a running back. But for the most part, they ran the ball. I believe the Bears ran the ball like 25 to 30 times. I believe Jordan Howard had about 20 attempts. And I think you have to give a running back like Jordan Howard at least 25 attempts. Trubisky under throwing targets again. Dude is having a lot of problems with touch throws. Yeah. Now I'm about to get to Miss Trubisky. Now it's the little technique things that Trubisky has to work on. Now, when he threw that one touchdown to where he was fading, when he was dragging back and he was trying to throw to the receiver underneath, and the defender tipped the ball, he was trying to be a little bit too finesse. You gotta make sure you throw the ball over the defender's head because he's gonna jump and put his hands up. So you got to anticipate the height of the football that you have to throw to get over his hands and to get at least get the ball over his hands so he won't tip it. And that's how he got that interception. And he underthrew Allen Robinson on a deep pass, and Allen Robinson had at least a step on his man. You got to put that ball in front of Allen Robinson so he can run up under the ball. I don't know if he's trying to aim the ball when he throw downfield. You have to throw the ball downfield. You can't aim. You can't afford to aim it because a lot of times it's short. It's either short or it's right there what a defender can make the play on the ball. You have to make sure either you're gonna overthrow the receiver a little bit, or you're gonna throw it right there where he can run it and get it in stride. You cannot aim the ball when you're throwing it downfield. Now he threw one to Taylor Gabriel that was too far. It went out the end zone, but you rather have it go so far to where the defender is not able to make a play on the ball, and then you can live to fight another day. But yeah, Mr. Trubisky has to get a lot better on his deep routes. He throw the ball. It seemed like the ball comes out better when he's throwing like 20 to 25 yard passes. Now he completed a 35 yarder, but you have to have a quarterback that can threaten the defense down the field. That way it opens up everything else underneath. If you have a quarterback that can consistently hit the deep ball with accuracy on a consistent basis, and Mr. Trubisky has the weapons to do it with Taylor Miller and Allen Robinson. He has the weapons to do it. He just has to take advantage of it. And we saw the deep ball from him last year, so it doesn't seem like no, I don't think it's an ability issue. I think it's more that he seems like he's aiming the ball when he throws it downfield. Now, when Mr. Trubisky is throwing it underneath routes and the mid routes, it seemed like the ball comes out, zips out on target. It's just he's struggling with the deep ball. No, just growing in a new and he's growing in a new offense. It like the plays that he's comfortable. Now, the deep ball to me is more, it probably has to do with either he's just aiming the ball or his footwork. Now, he said that he's working on his footwork, his foot technique. He knows that he's a little off with his footwork on his deep ball. So hopefully as the season going along, he corrects that. But yeah, you're right. He is learning a new offense. It seems like Mr. Trubisky, the plays that he knows, the plays that he know, that he's comfortable with because the ball comes out, boom. It comes out zip, boom. It comes out on target. It comes out accuracy. He comes out and throw that ball with meaning. You know what I'm saying? So yes, it's him learning a new offense. It's going to take a little while for him to get that offense though, really, because. Now, do I think Matt Nagy sometimes get a little bit too cute? Yes, I think he gets a little bit too cute. Sometimes it's good that the Bears finally have a offensive coordinator that has a lot of imagination, because I'm not used to offensive coordinators for the Bears having a lot of imagination. I've been a Bears fan, like I said. I seen the first Super Bowl when I was 9 years old. I seen the '85 Super Bowl, so I've been a Bears supporter for a long time. So, yes, it's good, but the NFL is always being and will always be about offense and running the football. I've seen a lot of Nagy is not watering down the offense for the quarterback. It's fair that Mitch should catch up, but he is overwhelming it at times. Yeah, I think. But see, Matt Nagy said that he was not going to water down the offense for Mitch, but he said when he has to protect Mitch, he will protect him at times. Now he did in the second half. The Bears start running the ball more, so that was him protecting Mitch Trubisky without protecting him. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like protecting him without letting him know that I lost confidence in you. Now we're gonna do this. So he shouldn't water down the offense too much because the man has to learn on the job. You can't just keep running the offensive plays in practice and not using it in the game. Even the offensive plays that he having trouble with, he has to be able to use it in the game against game speed. So, like I said, when you first start an NFL season, anyway, the offense is always behind the defense on a football team. The offense always take a little bit more time to click because it's more timing. Everything is on time. Everything is on time. So it takes more chemistry. So I'm saying at least by week 6 or 7, I think Mr. Trubisky should be making better throws of the football, especially deep. Now, I have no problem with Mr. The only problem I have with Mr. Trubisky is throwing the ball deep. His other passes are usually on point. They're usually on point. So, I mean, he has to get away from trying to throw the ball across his body across the field. That's a number one no for a quarterback. Don't throw the ball across your body. It tends to get intercepted. He got away with that one. That one guy came in flying off the from the outside trying to intercept that ball that was meant for Allen Robinson. He has to stay away from that. But like I said, Mr. Trubisky doesn't hold his head down. He doesn't get rattled. That's a good sign. He has to keep his head up. He has to understand it's a process. I believe Matt Nagy is, they're probably getting in the film room. He's probably telling him that you have to stay poised. And when plays don't go right, you have to forget about it and get to the next play. See, that's another thing about a quarterback who you see that has poise. You have to forget about the last play and go right on to the next play. Because if you have your mind, see that was a problem with Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler had all the talent in the world. He just could not go on mentally to the next play after a bad play. And you have to be able to move on as a quarterback. You have to have a short memory as a quarterback. Just got to have a short memory and just move on to the next one. So I like that Mr. Trubisky has the poise. He has the attitude. He has the he seems confident. Even when he makes bad plays, he seems like he comes back and try to make a better play the next play. So I know a lot of people going to get on him. Yeah, rightfully so on his deep ball. He has to get better with that. He has to get better with trying not to finesse the ball so much. But other than that, I thought he played a sound football game. You know what I'm saying? And with this defense, Mr. Trubisky right now do not have to win a lot of games, but he can't lose a lot of games. You know what I'm saying? He has to protect the football, number one. Now he threw one interception this game. So he has to protect the football. He was good on third downs, so he have to complete third down plays. And to me, the Matt Nagy just have to run the football. You have to give Jordan Howard 25 touches, man. He's one of those running backs that get stronger as the game go on. Jordan Howard is not a running back that's going to beat you with breakaway speed. He's going to beat you with fourth quarter. He can start busting those 20-yard runs. You know what I'm saying? So, and I would like to see them get Tariq Cohen's a couple more touches. I thought in the first quarter in the second quarter they were featuring Tariq Cohen, but they kind of got away from him. I seen how they got away from it. I can understand that they got away from it because they wanted Jordan Howard to they featured Jordan Howard in the second half because the Cardinals defense was on the field for a long time. And Mike Slorich, one of the announcers, he pointed out that a defense got about 60 to 70 plays in them because they play off emotion and then they start getting wore down. So you know what I'm saying? That's another thing. That's another reason why the Bears have to run the football too, because as good as the defense is for the Chicago Bears, every defense get worn down, and to protect that defense is that running game will help keep the Bears defense off the field so much. So now that the Bears got a pretty good defense, Mr. Trubisky in that offense is going to have more chances to score, but they need to use a lot of that. At least if they start doing, I say what, 55-45 runs to pass ratio, that'll be good because you have to run that football, man. And then that play action pass will help. It will help Mitch Trubisky too. If you one thing, the good thing for a young quarterback is it's a really good defense to a great defense. That's what the Bears got, and a really good running game that can hide a young quarterback mistakes better than anything. So Mr. Trubisky has that luxury of having a really good defense and a running back and two-headed monster running back that can running backs and Tariq Cohen and Jordan Howard that can catch the football at the backfield and can run the football. So, like I said, people in Chicago, they look, don't get too down on Mr. Trubisky. Don't get too up. Just keep it even keel because the man gonna have up and down season. He's gonna have an up and down season. This is his first full, coming out the gate starting. Yeah, I know he played 12 games last year, but he only played 13 games as a starter in college. So essentially, this is only his third full starting season in football between college and the pros. So it's gonna take a little time, but I believe Mr. Trubisky gonna be okay. Now I don't know if he's gonna be an all-time great. I don't know if he's gonna be a great quarterback, but I think he can turn into a quarterback that can at least get you deep into the playoffs, and with some help with his running game and the defense, he can possibly win you a Super Bowl. So we'll see, man. You know what I'm saying? Only time will tell. We do not need all-time great. We need Alex Smith. Yeah, we don't need all-time great. Yeah, because it's been quarterbacks that won Super Bowls. Trent Dilfer won one with the Ravens. The Ravens had a really good running back, and they had a really good defense. So that's all. That's all you need. You just need, you seen what you know what players in the past that not, but they had really good quarterbacks that made timely plays and didn't turn the football over. But that's my assessment on the game, man. I'm gonna come every week with a Bears post game review. Try to do one every week, whether they win, lose, or draw. But like I said, give Mr. Trubisky time to grow. Let the man grow. Sports is not a microwave. You got to put it in the oven and let it bake. You can't just put it in there, push 10 seconds, and let it get done in 10 seconds. You got to put it in the oven, let it bake, that it come out tasting good. But I'm out, y'all. Peace. Hey, thank you, Brandon Moore and Knowledge. Thank y'all for coming in and putting y'all comments in the comment section. I'm out.